Hey Aries, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here's your monthly forecast for the month of November 2017. Now, what's going on for you this month, Aries? So we've got a lot going on for you right here in your 8th house of changes, okay? And of intimacy and of deep emotional stuff going on. Also of debts, if you have any financial debts here, or karmic sometimes, okay? And I think what's going on here is that you're really trying to figure out how you want to change your life, or what changes you need to make in life to do something that resonates more truly with you and who you are on the inside, okay? And to just feel better about where your life is going here. Maybe needing to end or begin some things, get to the bottom of some really deep emotions coming on here as well. Maybe needing to figure out some of your relationships and some of your financial debts as well in order for you to begin to feel better moving forward, okay? I think that's what's going on here. The reason for that is because we've got the sun here this month, we've got Venus going on. We also have Jupiter here, which will be here for the next year, making this a thing for you that's going to be on your mind, okay, for the next year, 12 months coming in here, that you're going to have to think about, that we're just now starting to kick off, okay? I don't think this is entirely new. Mercury was here at the very end of last month and at the beginning of this month as well, saying that you were thinking about it for a little bit here, but that there's still some more work to do to figure out what changes you want to make in life to put your life on a better footing, okay? So I think that is what is going on for you. I think a lot of it has to do over here where Neptune and where Chiron is in your 12th house of your insides, okay? Because we have both Neptune first and then Chiron making a trine over to your 8th house of changes this month, okay? So I think as you're trying to figure out what you want in life, what you need to feel more comfortable to have a life that is better for you, what changes you need to make to get there, I think you're also trying to figure out what just resonates with you spiritually, internally, what makes you feel more comfortable so that you can make some of these changes here in life. I think you're also trying to overcome some things from the past. If there's been some things from the past that have been holding you down or holding you back, I think too, you're trying to get over some of that stuff so that you can start to finally live a life that's better for you and move forward in that direction, okay? I think there could be some confusion with Neptune here, can bring up some confusion about what's going on inside you, about how you feel inside, about what you need to feel comfortable, maybe some confusion too about the past, okay? Also with Chiron, some hard feelings about all of that stuff as well, some hard feelings about things going on inside you, not feeling quite right or quite comfortable with life, but needing to not be so worried, okay, if you don't feel good inside as you make some of these changes, because the focus here for you really needs to be on ending and beginning something and trying to create a life that resonates more truly with you, even if it is uncomfortable and even if you're a little unsure perhaps of what this thing is that you need to do. I think you just need to throw yourself into some changes here and just make some things. And I think if you can do that and you can get real deep and get into your feelings here and figure out what it is that you want, it's going to open some doors here for you where Pluto is, to start to have a better career and a better life direction, to move your life in the way that you want to move it in here, to have the reputation that you want and the social standing as well, with Pluto in your 10th house of career, making a sextile over to all these planets in your 8th house of changes, okay? So I think that's what's going on here. This could be a little challenging. All these houses are very hard. 8th, 10th, and 12th indicate lots of big, deep, heavy stuff going on here that you have to figure out, okay? So it could be a little bit challenging for you as you try to work some of this stuff together, okay? Just to give you a little bit of a heads up here on that. Not that it's not possible, just that it's going to require, you know, lots of discipline and lots of effort this month, okay? And I think as you make some of these changes here and as you try to figure some stuff out though, even though it may be hard, even though it may take lots of work, that you also need to focus here where the North Node is in your 5th house of happiness. Okay, because all these Scorpio planets are going to square the node here. And I think as you're doing some heavy stuff, rearranging your life, making some changes to have a life that you want, that is better for you, I think you have to make sure, will these things make you happy? Are you doing things that you enjoy? Are you doing things that are going to be better for you? Are you doing things that, even though they're heavy right now, are going to be lighter later on, okay? I think that's a big thing that you need to make sure that you can work together somehow. 5th house also rules kids, so needing to make sure that as you're making some changes in your life here and in your life's direction, that you're also working with kids, working with romantic relationships if you have any, and also passion projects, that you're bringing all of those things on board with you and bringing them on board with you in the right ways, okay, to make sure that your heart is coming along with you as you're making some big changes here, and you're not just making big changes for no reason, okay, but that you're doing it so that they can make you happy later on. I think that's something that's going on there, okay? So yeah, so that's happening as it's going on. We also have Saturn here in your 9th house of something new happening. So I think you're trying to do something new that you haven't done before, okay? As you're redirecting your life, as you're making some changes here, maybe having to think very seriously about something new, having to maybe do a lot of planning and dedication to have some fun in your life. Maybe it's kind of hard for you to find that. Also with Saturn here squaring your Chiron in your 12th house of your insides, maybe feeling a little bit uncomfortable about some new thing that it is that you're doing here that you haven't done before, okay? And really needing to not get so worried if you feel uncomfortable about it, and not get so worried if it takes a lot of work either, okay? I think this month you need to let yourself put in the work, and you need to dedicate yourself to figuring out what changes you need to make in life, or what financial investments you need to make, or old debts you need to pay off here, okay? So that you can begin to do something new and find the passion in your life once again, okay? And I think if you can do that, it's really going to help you here where Uranus is, to do something in your 1st house, okay, to do something that's really important to you, to build a life and an identity that just works better with you holistically altogether, okay? And really needing to put in the work and put in the dedication to do some new things and to make some changes here so that you can start to put your life in a direction that just is going to be better for you, okay? With Saturn here making a trine to Uranus. All right, so that's what I see happening there. As it's going on, we also have Mars hanging out here in Libra in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships, one-on-one, normally a marriage partner, a business partner, or even a contract. If you're signing a contract this month, or have in the past, okay, I think you're also trying to work some things out in regards to that before it is that you can move forward, okay? That kind of thing. I think you've been thinking about relationships lately and trying to work some things out with other people, but I think there's a few more things, loose ends, that you have to tie up with Mars coming through this spot, saying, okay, as you're doing something new and you're making some changes in life, also really having to work out relationships, also having to make sure that people are on board with you, okay, and that maybe you're honoring some commitments or contracts that you've made recently as well, okay? With Mars in Libra, where Mars does not like to be, Mars also being your ruler here, could make that a little difficult for you. Maybe you wanting to work with other people, but people not quite falling into place, panning out, working with you in the way that you want to work with, especially when it comes to career. Maybe worried that people aren't going to help you move your life in the right direction that you want to move it, okay, give you the reputation that you want, see you the way that you really want to be seen. I think maybe you could be worried about that as well, but just needing to be patient here as other people come around, okay, and as other people also work out some of their stuff that they have to work out, okay? And I think if you can be patient and of course wait until your ruler moves into Scorpio, where it's in a much better spot, I think it'll be easier for you then to finish making some changes that it is that you need to make, and to feel better about where your life is going and how you're redirecting it, okay? So I think that's going on there. I think as you're working some stuff out with other people too, and with your relationships, trying to get them on board with you to understand where it is that your life is going, I think you're also too having to balance that with what you want here, okay? It's not all about other people, but it's not all about you either. I think there's kind of a little balancing act that you're having to do here to make sure that everything is in the right place. And I think that can be a little frustrating for you this month as you're trying to really make some big things happen for you, and as you're trying to be very dedicated and disciplined about it, maybe worried that people aren't there for you in the way that you want them to be there. But again, just needing to be patient as everything comes together, okay? So I see that going on there. I also have Mercury here at the very end of the month coming on top of Saturn in your 9th house. So as all this is going on towards the end of the month, really making a serious commitment, okay, mentally at least, either a serious conversation going on, communication, or you thinking very seriously about something that's important to you that you may need to commit to here, about something new that you're doing, all right? I think you're making a lot of changes in life so that you can do something new, okay, that you haven't done before, have a new career, new life direction, something else that's going to make you feel better here. And I think towards the end of the month, you're going to need to commit to doing something new, to figuring some details out there, even if it is uncomfortable, and to do your best to bring it all together and to feel comfortable doing this new thing that it is that you are doing, okay? So that's what I see going on for you this month. Also, full moon, very beginning of the month. Maybe I should have mentioned it earlier here in your 2nd house of money and of finances and of stability, okay? So I think maybe for the past few months or so, you've been thinking about how you can build some stability into your life, okay? Have the money that you need, the income, whatever that is. And I think now what's going on this month is you're kind of I don't want to say scrapping that, but you're realizing, okay, I have to move forward. I have to make some changes in my life. I have to face some instability here. I have to work more with other people and get a little messy in life here if I want to go in the direction that I want to go in. I think that is what you are thinking. And so I think what you need to do this month is to do whatever you can to get your financial stuff in order, to get your stability in place, you know, in a good spot where you want, so that you can feel more comfortable making some changes that you need to make in life without feeling like the bottom of your life is going to fall out, or without feeling like you don't have your resources and things in order that you need to support some of these changes here. And I think that's also another big thing that you're just trying to work all together, okay? But needing to not get too lost as well, and not get too hung up and keeping your life the same. Like, I think your life definitely needs to change. I think your life definitely needs to go in different directions here, but I think you need to make sure that you're feeling okay as you're going ahead doing some of these changes that you need, or doing the best that you can to feel okay to make some of these changes, even if you're a little bit unsure about where everything's going to end up, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, but that's what I've got for you, Aries. Your card for the month is the King of Cups reversed. This card is a card here of emotions not being quite right, not feeling emotionally fulfilled, not feeling like you have the control over your emotions that it is that you want, or the control over other people's emotions as well. I think this can go either two ways. I think you can either just do not worry if your emotions are a little out of hand this month. I think it'll all come together eventually. You do have some very hard stuff, heavy stuff coming in this month here, so do not worry if you're not feeling quite right. Do not worry if it's not hard. I think, or if it is hard, I think you're gonna be fine if you just stick with it, okay? If yeah, that's going on. I think another way I would interpret this card as well is, if you're feeling like you're not emotionally right, and that's a really big thing for you, maybe try to figure out, what do you need to be emotionally right with yourself, to be more comfortable with what's going on here, and maybe thinking big picture and long term will also help you here to overcome some of these feelings that you're feeling too, okay? So that's what I've got for you this month, Aries. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.